Today on Retro Gaming Rewind, we're going to be playing Astyanax for the NES by Chaleco. This is kind of a weird game. It's very meta. It's based on an arcade title that was really popular in Japan. Astyanax, Astyanax. Voices come from the darkness. In this game, you're basically playing a teenager who is walking home from school and is met with a vision of this other world, and all of a sudden you're walking home from school and boom, you're a warrior in this other world. It's kind of funky. You're a 16-year-old kid, so this should have been a dream for any high school kid in the 80s, right? So it'll keep going on. My name is from Greek mythology. You really can't fast forward this text, which is the most frustrating thing in a retro game sometimes. Some games you can just click A and it'll speed through it. Not so much with this title. I'm a freshman in high school. I don't understand what the dream means. And who is that girl? Question mark, question mark. So you're going to be rescuing a princess. But the other day, I was walking to school. ... Astyanax, Astyanax. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly, so correct me if I am wrong. What the heck? Very official dialogue here, right? Some groovy tunes. I always like the music in this game. The first level I really enjoy. I'd say the second and third levels, music isn't so great. So, ooh, where am I?
This is Remlia. My name is Cutie.
Yes, they seriously named the fairy Cutie. So you're in Remlia. You're a warrior. You're going to be fighting the bad guy, and yeah, you're a talking butterfly. Why don't you just call her a fairy? I mean, it's clearly not a butterfly. It's a person with wings.
Listen carefully what I'm going to tell you.
I feel like skipping this, but it's too ridiculous. So the girl who appears in your dreams is actually a princess. So 80s, I cannot believe it. Rosebud of Remlia. She is being held captive by the evil wizard, Blackhorn. So we've got a wizard named Blackhorn, got a princess, we're in a town called Remlia, we're gonna go kick butt. Please save our princess. So we are saving, I'm just gonna skip the rest of that. We are saving a princess, here we are in Remlia. And we've got some cool music. Got this guy jumping up in the air. Got our first enemy that cannot literally hit us. Our second enemy that is kind of a pain in the ass. A lot of adventure games use skeletons, and most of them fire bones. I'm like, why are you throwing bones at me? Don't you need bones to survive and stand? And I will tell you, this game, it's not that it's hard, it's just that it's poorly made. I'm sure the arcade was a lot better. I never played this game in the arcade. You get weapon upgrades. Even when it looks like your axe shouldn't be hitting things, it'll hit the enemy. You'll have these towers, and I just took one out, but we'll see one in... Oh, shit. You'll see the tower again. Got the axe. Skeleton jumps over us. Got the eye orb thing that kind of looks like a Metroid, sort of. Alrighty. So you've got these things that give you power-ups. In that particular case, it gave us nothing useful. But you can get weapon upgrades. The most powerful weapon is a sword. You start off with an axe. You have like a weird spear-looking thing. And if you press up and B, you'll launch this super powerful weapon that pretty much obliterates everything on the screen, but you shouldn't use that too much. So we've got our first upgrades. We've got like this weird sword spear thing. It's almost like a mace. It's not very powerful, but it gives you a little bit more reach, which is nice. And one interesting thing about the gameplay mechanics in this title are you have the option of firing slow or attacking slowly with more power, or quickly with less power. There's a health upgrade for me. I'm just going to blow these things to pieces. And you do that by, see the power meter at the bottom of the screen, right above the hearts. Okay, so I don't know what that is, but we're going to pick it up. There's a score. We've got our first enemy. Not first enemy, but this is kind of our first like mini boss. So once you fight the mini boss, which is pretty easy to whip ass on, you've got your main boss. Now this first main boss kind of looks a little bit like Shovel Knight to me, mixed with, I don't know, some weird funky dragon with a head that pops off. So I'm just going to use my superpower up, which I have all but used. And once this guy is dead, you've got the Shovel Knight with skinny legs. Without a shovel, he's got like a weird sword, and you can just bust him up. Kind of also reminds me of Mega Man X, you know, where you've got that main guy in Mega Man X whose name currently escapes me, and he's just riding the machine. He's kind of like this purple dude in armor. We've got the minion to Blackhorn, and he says, "Blackhorn, Caesar," I guess that's the guy who's just been killed, "has been killed." And then apparently that is Blackhorn because he has horns. He was brought here by Cutie. They should have come up with a better name. Really? You're going to name a butterfly, which really should be called a pixie or something, Cutie. What? I missed the previous line. "I put Cutie into the cell. I'm positive." Giving you some extra voiceover. You didn't expect that today. "Look at this. In this world, the power of the human is strong. He must be the root of our trouble." So now they know that a human is here in their world, and they're about to up the ante and come after you. "He cannot stop me from taking Rosebud's power." Okay. "Yes, sir." Alright, we're going to skip the rest of that. Now, I'm not a big fan of the music in most of the rest of our playthrough today, because I'm sure I will die before we get to our next tunes. So we've got the upgraded weapon now, and even though we've got our skeleton guy again, this is a purple skeleton guy, which makes him harder to defeat. Like I said, this has a little bit more reach. And I really would like the next upgrade, which is the sword. It has pretty good reach, and oh, shit. Don't knock me, don't knock me over. Thing takes a while to hit, and I knew it was going to knock me backwards. Notice we've got downgraded to the axe again, so now we need 2 upgrades to get to the sword. I'm just gonna knock this dude off. And even though it doesn't look like the axe is hitting him, it counts because this game was poorly programmed. And it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna use power up. Got Skeletor dude. Oh, we got a weapon upgrade, except we got the crappy mace. This kind of reminds me of the music from Amok Time, Star Trek. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why, but it does. I hate these things on the ground. The dudes that float don't really bother me much. You have a ton of health in this game. It's really crazy because they know it's unfair. The enemies just suck. Now we've got an upgrade, and we've got this dude. This dude's fairly easy to defeat. You just have to be quick about jumping back and jumping over him, which I'm apparently really not doing so hot at. He kind of reminds me of the eyeball enemy from Power Rangers, like the original US Power Rangers. For those of you who are going to tell me that the original Power Rangers were in Japan. Yes, I know that. But the Power Rangers were in the US. Cool. We are done with the mini boss battle and on to round 2-1. And you can see we got our health back and our special power-ups once again. Inanuzi. Here's our first vertical level. And jump along. Same music, man. We don't get an upgrade. I have no idea what the names of these creatures are in this game. They do kind of remind me of the weird floating jellyfish-like dudes from Mass Effect. And the jumping in this game absolutely sucks. What the hell? They throw these, they look like spears, but if you pause it, it kind of looks like snot on a string, which is kind of gross. The most dramatic music for the least dramatic level yet. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. Oh, come on. Can't respawn that close. The hitboxes on this game suck. Alrighty. We are almost done with this round. And we've got... I'm just gonna unleash some special on this dude. 3 hits, and you're done, son. Boom! Alright, we got Medusa. Should have saved a little bit for her. And she just basically shoots out these snakes and then goes running. You just gotta hit. And they are hard to hit. I only have 2 life left. Really have to take it slow. Hopefully I can take her out. Nope. Alright, gotta do this slow. Ah! Come on. Gotta start all the way at the bottom of the hill with the crappy axe. Got the booger monsters. And there's really no power-ups in this level, so it's not even really fair that they take everything away from you. Alright. It kind of looks like eyeballs in the background there, like a reused texture of some kind. Come on, dude. Oh, I can hit him. The arrow was like nowhere near my head. Do you see that? That is not fair. Okay, I guess if I dodge. Yep, dive and dodge. The 5D is a dodgeball. Fuck. So unfair. It's like if somebody hits something like 1.5 feet above your head, it counts as a hit. So ridiculous. Alright, I'm just gonna unleash some terror. So I've got 2 life points left. Alrighty. Medusa, you are my bitch. I'm about to be your bitch, Medusa. Come on, Medusa. Medusa. Yep, I'm dead. Alright, I think, oh, that was a game over. Alright, so we got up to Medusa. And that was a little longer gameplay than I thought we were going to get into today. And, yeah. So once again, that was Astyanax for the NES. By all accounts, should have been a major hit. It's an adventure game. You're playing a 16-year-old kid, like a lot of people were who were playing NES back in the day. And, yeah, just like totally unfair game where they've got terrible hitboxes, but it does have some fun music for the first level. So that's Astyanax, and if you have time, pick it up, play it, enjoy it. Peace.